Hey, how's it going? Welcome. We're going to be talking Pedal Brainz today. A new series of expression effects coming this Friday, the 17th. Small batch launching at noon here in the Pacific time in Seattle. I'll give you a little introduction to each of the Pedal Brainz in the series. Talk a little bit about the features. And then we're going to do the giveaway for folks who have put their names in on the t-shirt giveaway. Some amazing Pedal Brainz t-shirts like this one, hand-dyed by Frank and I here in Seattle and printed at the Sanctuary Screen Printing down in the U District. So stick around for that. But let's talk a little bit about what these different pedals do. And again, these Pedal Brainz are a series of expression pedals that are meant to be used with the expression input on already existing effect pedals. The first one we have here, we call it the no-brainer. Okay, because if it only had a brain, but it doesn't, right? Simple expression pedal, so instead of using your foot, it's got a magical knob that turns that from heel to toe, and you plug your TRS cord into an existing expression control input on an effect pedal. Again, we got this knob that's kind of like a foot pedal. We've got the ability to change the direction from tip ring to ring tip. And then we've got here a range control. And this gives you access to scaling the full range of the scale knob. Pretty straightforward stuff. There's a bunch of different effects out there or expression pedals that'll do this kind of thing. But it's really handy. Tips up on its side real nice if you want to kind of piggyback it on an effect, and gives you access to that control. And again, every effect pedal with expression control has got its own dance that it does around what kind of range of signal it wants to see, as well as what this knob will control. For those of you who haven't done a whole lot of experimenting, dig into what your effects can do when you give them expression control. In this current example, we've got the no-brainer wired up to the tensor, and the tensor is a programmable expression device from Red Panda, and it'll actually interpolate between values set when you have it in one range. It's kind of a pitched up, and then when you change the knob, it'll interpolate down to a different setting or set of settings from the knobs. Hey, good to see everyone here. Thanks for joining in. Good to see Weird Noise, Skull Servant, Frankendies out there, Audiologs, Vincent, what's up? Hey, just giving a little introduction to the Pedal Brainz, and right here we've got the no-brainer, just a simple expression pedal, nothing fancy, got it wired into the tensor right now. A couple of features to scale that value. The next one I want to talk about the third eye. And the third eyes might look familiar. It has the same scaling knob, tip ring tip direction. It's got your range switch to be able to scale what the total output of that is. It's got another switch on here that sets it apart from the no-brainer, and that activates or changes between manual mode, just like the no-brainer, and engaging the eye. And that eye mode gives you access to this little light-dependent resistor that you can use to modulate the expression and change things based on how much light makes it in. Let's take a look at that. So again, when we've got this flipped into expression-only mode, I can turn this knob, and right now we're controlling the rate or the speed of the acid fuzz repeater, the tremolo pedal. I can change that knob, and that does that for me. Now I'm going to switch the eye into gear, and that opens up the third eye functionality. To be able to control the expression with light. And so whether you've got this on a tabletop and you're using it to process some pre-recorded music like I'm doing right now, or stick it on the floor, step on it, use it as a wah pedal. It's been really fun experimenting with this because, again, it has this ability to modulate the expression range based on the amount of light. Hey, MSP612, how's it going? Little Minneapolis representing there. So again, you can use all of these controls in conjunction with each other, reducing the maximum value of the scale, of course, brings the rate to a much slower speed, and then when I modulate this, of course, it will go all the way down to the slowest speed. So that's the third eye. You're wondering, what about that t-shirt giveaway? Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to be getting to that here in just a second. Thanks for folks showing up. The last thing I want to show you, again, all of these available on Friday, the 17th of September at noon Pacific time. The last one I wanted to show you here is the left brain. And this builds on the functionality of the no-brainer and third eye. It puts that light-dependent resistor inside the enclosure and then uses a Arduino to modulate flashing light with a few controls here so that you have control over a bunch of different light flashing patterns that will automatically modulate your expression control. This one's super fun. I can't wait for folks to get a hold of it. I'll be going deeper into the functionality of this leading up to the first batch being released. But let me give you a little tour. So again, same thing with the no-brainer and third eye. We've got a tip, ring, tip direction switcher. Again, this is just bringing additional compatibility with effects into the hardware functionality of this. We've got that scale knob, again, to be able to, like the treadle on a foot pedal, adjust the high and low range. We've got the range switch, which sets the maximum range for the scale knob. Got this great little bezel in the front here, and this screws off and gives access to USB. And like I mentioned, this is an Arduino-powered expression pedal, And you can plug this right into your computer. You can load up your Arduino environment with a couple of libraries, update the software, create your own software. This is a powerful computer in your brain for expression control. And like I said, the light interacts with the light-dependent resistor in there to automatically modulate your expression control. Let's put that back on. Again, just like the third eye, it's got a switch between manual control and the eye functionality, so it can be used in both manual modes and automatic modes. And on the back here, of course, we've got our control input and our DC for powering the brain. And this is the left brain. It's going to come in an exclusive release colorway. This is the fully activated left brain colorway. It's only available here at launch. We're going to have a dozen of these on Friday, starting at noon Pacific time. We're going to have 6 of these, so get them while they're hot. And again, manual expression pedals, we're going to have 3 of these. So if you want the whole set, it's a pretty tight group of effects for you. So hope that there are folks interested in it. Again, the programmability of the left brain, I think, really will be interesting if that's where your mind is at and you think you want to wrap your head around a little bit of coding. We're just talking about flashing lights, so I think it could be kind of fun. I want to give a shout out and thanks to all the beta testers who helped me along the way, both on the hardware side, validating how it works with different effects, and as well as helping me out with modes, making sure that I had enough, that they were doing the right things, that they were scaling appropriately. Everyone has been credited in the software. It's available on the Pedal Brainz GitHub, and a ton of videos, a ton of more information at pedalbrainz.com. So definitely jump into that and read up. I'll be dropping by throughout the week to try and dig a little bit deeper on some of the modes. Again, left brain comes with 10 modes out of the box. There's another dozen modes online across different wild flashing patterns that you can control using the knobs on the top. And we'll run through some of that here later this week. But let's get down to it. Again, thanks so much for tagging your friends on the t-shirt giveaway. I'm going to go ahead and get this magical spinning thing a try. And so without further ado, this is the t-shirt giveaway. Thanks again for tuning in. Let's see how this goes. Okay. So, we've got this magical wheel of spinning delight, and we're just going to go for it. So, thanks again for tuning in. It's Moon Electronics. Thanks so much. I'm going to drop that in the mail to Moon. And I have to say that Moon was one of the first folks who lent a hand when I was trying to get started with PCB layouts in Eagle. Fantastic PCB guy over in the Netherlands who's doing a bunch of cool stuff. You want to check out what he has available for kits. But Moon, what can I say? Congratulations on winning a Pedal Brainz t-shirt here, hand-dyed by Frankendye in Seattle, and custom printing from Sanctuary Screen Printing down in the U District. These are locally made, each of them unique, and I'll get you out a link so that you can pick which one you want. Now, at launch on Friday at noon, we're also going to have a handful of these available. So there will be about 25 other shirts in various sizes, all unique, all hand-dyed, repping the Pedal Brainz out in the world. So if that's your thing, circle back for that on Friday. And meanwhile, I hope to catch you along the way, and yeah, reach out with any questions that you have, because yeah, this is wild stuff, right? Really born from the desire to get a little more creative control on the expression available within this pile of effects that I have back here. There's so many cool sounds, and adding this kind of dynamic, modulated, bringing randomization into that expression world, and flashing lights. Come on, who doesn't love that? So I hope this is something that folks will enjoy and dig deep in, and will really be able to extend what they're doing with sound and their effects pedals. So hey, thanks for tuning in, and hope to catch you soon. Cheers.